Danhausen here. Very nice, very evil, very famous. You are watching the channel that is very nice and very evil. The Nation Network. Isn't that good? Yes, it's true. If you're not watching the Nation Network housing, you are... Wait for it. Wait for it. Cursed.
You want a war? You're gonna get one. Knock at the door. Trust my generation of take the fall. The states, look up the nation. Yeah, it's a sex. The gods, the fakes, the fraud, the messing with me. Come on, come on, come on. Let's get it out. Move to the music. Play that fucking music. Live through my music, yeah.
All right, good evening, wrestling fans. Welcome back here to the Nation Network tonight. We take on the Monday Night Warriors, the legends that took place on Monday night. A SmackDown edition as the Hitman Bret Hart steps into the ring.
I've been waiting for one man, and that is Ravishing Rick Rude.
Well, apparently you're going to get what you asked for. Be careful about that around here. As the Ravishing One.
Bret the Hitman Hart. You think you're the excellence of execution? Get ready for a rude awakening. You know, I hear you talking a whole lot, but I don't see you putting up. So maybe it's time for you to shut up.
Oh, look at this. Ravishing Rick Rude has attacked the Hitman Bret Hart using that microphone as a weapon. And these two are going at it right now. This is not a match. There's no official.
Well, definitely going to be an interesting situation here. The Hitman pushing the buttons on Ravishing Rick Rude, and now look at it.
We need security. Somebody's got to come out here and break this thing up.
I say let him go. Why would I want to break this up? Let him have it. The Hitman wants to run his mouth. Now it's time to back it up. Let's see if he can do it.
Ravishing Rick Rude. Look at this. The taunt to the Hitman Bret Hart over the top rope. Hell, there's a stunner right off the apron. The Ravishing One standing by, waiting to see if the Hitman wants to get back in the ring. He does.
Ravishing Rick Rude tried taking advantage of the situation. He was going to drill him with that shoulder block. Never had the chance.
Big body slam, and Bret the Hitman Hart definitely feeling it. What is Ravishing Rick Rude doing? He's on the top rope. Rude. Oh, my goodness.
He connected perfectly right there with that missile drop kick off the top rope. Bret the Hitman Hart might be ruining the day that he called this man out.
And now, the excellence of execution on display. Winding up that arm, and now Bret Hart challenging Rick Rude to get back up to his feet. Crossbody, nicely done by the Hitman.
Well, he's managed to find a way to get back into this fight. That's what it is. It's a fight. There is no referee. There is no pinfall submission. These two dudes are just going at it, and I still think we need to get somebody out here eventually to bring this thing to an end. I got a funny feeling it'll end when one of them can't do anything anymore.
Oh, and he got caught. The Hitman caught with a crossbody, and down he goes. Fans, we're going to go to commercial. We'll be back in a moment.
He's American man.
Wrestling fans, make sure you join us on Saturday mornings right here for Saturday Morning Superstars of Wrestling. All of the greats from the past will be right here on Saturday mornings here on the Nation Network. Names like Rowdy Roddy Piper, Bruno Sammartino, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, the Magnificent Morocco, and many, many more. All the action right here on the Nation Network Saturday mornings, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. What you gonna do when the legends of wrestling run wild on you?
All right, fans, we are back ready for more action. And if you haven't been checking out Saturday Morning Superstars, you don't know what you're missing. You can always check it out on demand right here on the Nation Network.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 603 pounds, the World Tag Team Champions, Bubba Ray and Default, the Dudley Boyz.
The Dudleys hitting the ring, otherwise known as Team 3D. Devon, Bubba Ray, the reigning tag team champions.
Well, I just want to send a shout out to everybody joining us here live on the Nation Network. We've got Retro Wrestling in the house. Primetime is here. Welcome back.
This promises to be a memorable matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Not too often that you see the Dudley Boys in the ring and think that perhaps the opposition is going to be rougher and tougher, but get a look at this.
Combined weight of 770 pounds, Rosie and Shaw. 3-minute warning.
Well, 3-minute warning. This team was brought here by Eric Bischoff, and ever since getting here, they have been an absolute dominant force.
They indeed made their way up the ladder. They are now in contention for those World Tag Team titles that we saw on display moments ago. And if they were to beat the Tag Team Champions tonight, you gotta believe that's gonna put them at the #1 spot.
Yeah, I'm not sure they're not at the #1 contender spot already, but a win definitely erases any doubt.
Bell sounds, action's underway, wasting no time at all. Rosie now in there with Bubba Ray. Size and strength very even, but I would dare say that perhaps Rosie and Jamal with a slight advantage. And here's the biggest thing, I believe, is when you watch these two big men move, they do not move like near 300-pounders.
No, that's what sets them apart. That's what makes them so dangerous, is the fact that they can move around like cruiserweights when they want to.
Jamal now outside the ring. Has him up. Bubba Ray dropped on the apron face first. That's going to take some starch out of him.
Well, I'll say this much right now. When it comes to being outside the ring, you don't have a whole lot of friends out there. You got a cement floor. You got steel posts. You got a ring apron, guardrail, nothing that's going to make you feel comfortable.
All of which can be used against you. And right now, as the referee's count continues up, Rosie face to face with Bubba Ray. Bubba Ray's going to have to get back in the ring if he doesn't want to get counted out. Look at this. It's a win for a 3-minute warning.
Well, not just a win. They did it under 3 minutes.
Living up to the name, indeed. It's a count-out victory over the tag team champions, and that's something that you gotta believe is gonna give them an opportunity in the future.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, next week would be too soon. Let's do it.
Here are your winners, Rosie and
Hold on, what? Now what? What are they doing?
Well, taking out the trash.
Just threw Bubba Ray over the top rope and back to the floor. Unbelievable. Fans, will be back in a moment with more. Stay with us.
Hi, it's me, Antonio Banderas. When I use my Bosch fridge, it makes me feel different. It makes me feel like Antonio Banderas.
Well, I hear you, brother. Because when I use my Bosch power tools, I feel like the Macho Man Randy Savage. You dig it?
I do dig it, Randy.
Whip-bang! Powerful power tools.
Phenomenal appliances.
Rotary hammers.
Dishwashers.
Mighty sauce.
Induction cooktops.
Randy! Coming! Impact drivers.
Refrigerators.
Watch this. Elbow!
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a
Bosch.
All right, fans, we are back. More Monday Night Warriors. Check it out, Raiden Money. I love it. Give me a moment. I got to go pick some of this up. Stay in your seat. What are you kidding me? Hey, man, if they're going to be throwing it away, I'm going to pick it up. I'm not stupid.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from New York City, weighing in at 290 pounds, John Bradshaw Layfield, JBL.
You know, I've spent a pretty good amount of time in New York City myself. Had a former tag team partner who was from New York City. I've never seen anyone from New York City looking like JBL. You don't see a whole lot of cowboys in New York City. Well, they've got the naked cowboy. You would know about that now, wouldn't you? That's the thing you know about. I'm just saying. This promises to be a great match. Speaking of great matches, our main event later on tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. Apply the seatbelt for that one. It's going to be absolutely incredible. Batista going one-on-one with Brock Lesnar. This is a match that has been weeks in the making. Yeah, that's one of those matches that I don't want to even think about betting on a winner because that can go either way. Those are two dudes that are going to be very evenly matched, and it's going to be a hell of a main event later on tonight. We welcome again everybody joining us here live, including Judd and Hutchett. Welcome aboard.
And his opponent from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 295 pounds, the Viper, Randy Orton.
Randy Orton heading down the aisle. Look of determination on his face. Well, he's the master of the RKO. And if he hits that move, I don't really care who you are. The odds of you kicking out are not going to be very big at all, even if you're JBL. Well, to that point, I would say if anybody's going to kick out of the RKO, it might be a JBL. Well, yeah, I'm not saying he can't. I'm just saying most people won't. Randy Orton, well aware of what awaits him once that bell rings, and it's not going to be a fun night at the office, I don't think. No, I'll tell you, he's going to definitely have to overcome a size and strength advantage, or disadvantage in his case. And there will definitely be a period of time where he's going to have to absorb a lot of punishments. No doubt in my mind that Randy Orton is prepared for this matchup. Bell sounds. We are officially underway. Drop kick to start this one off. Randy Orton connecting on that one. And now there's a roll off.
Well, JBL definitely has size and strength advantage, but Randy is able to move very quickly, very smoothly around the ring, and now he can use that to his advantage. He's got the quickness.
Of course, Randy, the son of the legendary Ace, Cowboy Bob Orton, has grown up in the world of wrestling from the time he was an infant. Big right hand. And now Orton in control, doing very well for himself against the big Texan.
Is he from Texas or from New York?
Well, he's a Texan. He may be living in New York. We do know that he likes to dabble in the stock market quite a bit, and he's actually been very successful.
Well, I should think so when he comes out here in a limo half the time. That costs money.
Randy Orton really taking the fight to JBL right now, and I've got to tell you, I didn't expect it to be one-sided, and certainly not the way it has been.
Yeah, I would have said if somebody told me the match was going to start out very one-sided, I would have definitely bet my money on JBL.
Referee Charles Robinson able to convince them to bring the action back to the ring. Crowd is chanting for Randy as he drives a knee into the side of the head of JBL. Oh, now pulling back on that chin, but JBL able to get a foot under the bottom rope. Referee breaking it up, and here we go with the Orton stomp.
Well, this was a move made famous by the Hands of Stone Roddy Garvin at one point in time, and now Randy's decided to make it one of his own.
He went for the cutter. The RKO. JBL was ready, though, and able to thwart the attack. Look at this. Dead weight off the canvas and drives it back in.
Deadlifting a man off the canvas is one of the most difficult things you will ever do. I don't care how many hours you work out.
Well, not only that, but he made it look rather easy.
Yeah, and I'm here to tell you it definitely isn't.
The tide is turned now. JBL in control with a series of right hands to Randy Orton. Oh, there's it. Clothesline from hell. Damn near took his head off of that one. He kicked out. Randy Orton managing to kick out.
I can't believe he was able to kick out from that one, but he still hasn't really regained consciousness.
I do believe that Randy Orton is currently fighting on instinct alone. I can't believe that he has a cognitive thought in his head at this moment. JBL went for the big elbow, nobody home. Fall away suplex, nicely done. And now the Viper head first into the turnbuckle. Big right hand. And now Randy Orton charges in with a forearm right to the face. Clothesline to the back. What is he doing now?
I've got no idea. I'm not used to Randy Orton coming off the top rope, but that's what he just did.
Cover and hook the leg. Will that be enough? There's one, there's two. Oh my goodness, I thought it was over.
2 3/4 count. Referee's hand was on the way down.
And now the drop. The DDT to clothesline now by Randy Orton. Another one. RKO!
From out of nowhere, and that's how easy it is.
not going to kick out of this one, I'll tell you that right now. JBL going down to the hands of defeat, courtesy of Randy Orton. Well, as we take a look back at the replay here, some of the action from the match, Randy Orton definitely withstood a lot of punishment and managed to turn it around. Kudos to him. Not easy to do. Very difficult to do against JBL. Indeed, Justin Bradshaw Layfield on the receiving end of a whooping. There was that clothesline. Look at Randy Orton's body contort. I still can't believe he was able to kick out of that one. And there we see Orton with that clubbing clothesline to the back of the head. That dazed JBL, no doubt in my opinion. After that, it was all academic. Look at Orton with that cutter. Say what you will about his style, he got the job done. Fans stick around, more action still to come, including the heavyweights going at it. Batista, Brock Lesnar, that's all coming up ahead. Stay with us here for Monday Night Warriors.
Well, let me tell everybody something. America is back. 2024 was a great year. And in 2025, we made the decision to make America great again. And what better way? With real American beer. We're bringing America back together in 2025 with real American beer. So what you gonna do when real American beer and all my Hulkamaniacs run wild on you?
Indeed, real American beer. Have you had any?
I'm not drinking anything that comes from Chump Hogan. I've got a better palate than that.
Oh, I've had some. It's amazing.
Yeah, for you, baby.
From Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
The Rated R Superstar. Returning here to the Nation Network after a lengthy absence.
Well, Edge does indeed fathom himself to be the Rated R Superstar. I'm not necessarily sold on it, but if he believes it, I guess that's half the battle.
We have seen all kinds of action here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, but one thing they all have in common is some point in time, things really broke down.
Yeah, I don't think this one will take very long either, because both of these dudes do not care for one another, not one bit.
It's time to turn up the heat, Latino heat.
From El Paso, Texas, weighing in at 228 pounds, Eddie Guerrero.
As much as we've been talking about our main event, which is coming up shortly, I've been looking forward to this match right here. I think this is the one that's going to steal the night.
Oh, I would not be the least bit surprised. Both of these men can go. However, they are both very capable of bending and breaking the rules, and we know that that could lead to early dismissal.
Well, you know my opinion and my thoughts on that. Win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat.
All right, the bell about to sound, and then these two legendary performers are going to go at it. Wasting no time at all. Edge coming up, driving the knee into the head of Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, who gives up a lot of size and strength in this one.
Well, he's definitely fighting up. Eddie Guerrero's more of along the cruiserweight to midweight category, and Edge is a legitimate heavyweight.
Programming note, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night, join us right here on the Nation Network, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for what promises to be a memorable night of professional wrestling action. The IWF with their first Supercard event. It will be WrestleSlam right here tomorrow night, Sunday, starting 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Guerrero finds himself on the apron. Oh, nice reversal to get out of trouble.
I don't know if that was a reversal. I think he just baited him in. It was really his move.
Very possible as we welcome Juan Cordero here to the live stream. Eddie Guerrero now targeting the knees. Guerrero now wrapping it up and trying to get a submission.
I think he has a better chance of getting a good taco at Taco Bell than he does getting a submission out of this dude.
Goes for the cover. 1 count only.
Well, I'd say he knew he wasn't going to get a pinfall, but sometimes you just want to figure out what your guy has in the paint.
Guerrero now applying that rear chin lock momentarily. Look at this. To the ropes, back out front. Leapfrog nicely done. Catching a power slam. Eddie Guerrero dropped across the top rope, and now Edge hammering away. He's lining him up. Spinning back heel kick. I thought he might be going for the spear.
Well, we've definitely seen him do that on a number of occasions, and it wouldn't surprise me if he does it here.
Trying to draw a submission. Not so sure he'll be able to pull that one off.
Want to send a shout out to Donnell Mason. Thank you for joining us here live on the Nation Network.
Collar and elbow. Guerrero thrown back in under the bottom rope. Big elbow finding the mark. Lining him up. Spear. He got him.
That's all she wrote right there. I do believe Latino Heat just had his fire put out.
No, he kicks out on 2. Guerrero not done yet.
Well, he's often said, I lie, I cheat, I steal and I cheat. I think he just stole a victory away from Edge.
Tremendous move right there. Using not one but both angles. Lighten up the chest with those chops. These two men going to work in the corner right now. Eddie Guerrero, belly to back suplex, drops him on the back of his head.
Yeah, he definitely wrenched his neck with that one. You can see Edge gets up holding it. He's in pain and discomfort. Eddie Guerrero needs to take the advantage.
Guerrero taking his sweet time, getting Edge back up on his feet. Now has him up in the air. There's a brain buster. That's got to be it.
Yeah, I think that's a mistake right there. You should have gone for the pinfall. You had him beat. 1, 2, and no. Yep, that's exactly what happens. You took him off. You had the match won, but you took too much time dragging him away. 5-star frog splash right there, courtesy of Eddie Guerrero, who hooks the leg one more time. And again, my shoulder comes off. How in the world is he kicking out from this? I've got no idea. Well, that makes two of us, and now Guerrero just drove that forearm into the head. I believe there's some blood. Yep, there it is. He's been busted open. And Guerrero continues the assault, going for the cover. 1, 2, and he got him. A most impressive victory for Latino Heat. Look like oh, look at this. He's not done, not for a moment. Yep, he's going after him. He wants to dish out more punishment, and I don't blame him. What is he doing? He's getting a table. What in the hell is he bringing the table in for? There's no reason for this. Latino Heat setting that table up in the corner, now continues to assault. He's got edge, and oh, he just put him right through it. We'll be back in a moment. Enough.
Boo all you want. All I see are dollar signs. The overcharger can charge for expensive car repairs because your warranty expired and there's nothing you can do about it.
And overcharging, your days are done. Woo! The Ninja Boys teamed up with Car Shield, the Bill Lauren, mechanic of your choosing, Auto Avenger, and we're treating bullies like him to a buffet of woo! Car Shield cars go farther. Woo!
All right, fans, we are back ready for the main event of the evening. As we get ready for the Beast Incarnate himself, Brock Lesnar.
Making his way to the ring from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 287 pounds, Brock Lesnar.
Well, Brock Lesnar, we can say that we've seen him now for several weeks here. This young guy's got a ton of potential. He is a powerhouse, no doubt about that. Talk about a man among men. There aren't too many people in that locker room, if there are any at all, that can stand this guy one-on-one when it comes to the sheer size and power. And we've seen him take very large individuals and throw them around the ring as if they were not very large. Brock Lesnar is an absolute phenom. I'm really glad I'm out here and not in the ring anymore, because if I had to stare across the ring and see him waiting to do some damage to me, I'm just saying. Well, here comes the other half of this equation. As we take a look at Batista.
And his opponent from Washington, D.C., weighing in at 290 pounds, the
Batista heading down the aisle. Ladies and gentlemen, our main event. This is going to be off the hook tonight. No two ways about it. Well, we do also have a little bit of a changing of the I would say that when you take a look at Batista and you take a look at Brock Lesnar, you're looking at a couple of big tough guys, right? But they do it to you differently. How so? Well, when you take a look at Batista, you're looking at a guy who's going to lift you up. He's going to slam you down and try to break you in half in the ring. And your point? Well, my point's very simply this. When it comes to Batista, that's how he tries to do stuff. When you look at Brock Lesnar, it's a different story. He'll out-wrestle you. He'll out-maneuver you. He'll throw you around. And the bottom line is he knows what time it is at all times because he just sacrificed a big payday by not competing next week.
Appears that this crowd getting behind Batista. We'll see if that holds up. Look at this. Oh, and he ran right into the arms. And Lesnar almost over the head, belly to bellies him. Look at this. Turns a hammer lock into a rear waist lock. Batista manhandling Brock Lesnar right now.
Well, there's a nice move by Brock Lesnar. Snapmares him over by the arm and now has him in a side headlock.
He is pulling up and wrenching on that head. Batista's in trouble.
Yep, you can see the pain registering on the face, and there's no faking that.
Dropping the elbow. Stomping away on the back of the head. I've got to tell you, I'm a little bit surprised to see Brock Lesnar getting out to such a slow start here.
Well, I kind of agree with you. I thought he was going to do a much better job, especially when he caught him coming into the corner the way he did.
Nice leapfrog. Comes out and a back elbow once again. And Lesnar not having the start that I think a lot of people in this building expected.
Well, Batista right now is really doing a number on Brock Lesnar, and I think it's a matter of, hey, this is my yard here. You're not going to come play it over here.
Oh, and look at this. Sneaky roll-up by Brock Lesnar.
Batista was ready right there, trying to steal one.
Powerbomb, and that might be all she wrote. One. Oh, and he kicks out.
He doesn't just kick out, he kicks out on a one count. When was the last time you ever saw anyone kick out of a Batista bomb, much less on a count of one?
Brock Lesnar is a different type of individual. However, he is having a lot of difficulties in the ring tonight.
I believe the experience advantage is really what's carrying Batista through this match so far.
He caught him with a spear. Referee Robinson in position for 1, 2, and another shoulder comes up off the canvas. Brock Lesnar going to have to come up with something in real fast before it's too late.
Well, I believe it is too late. Another Batista bomb. There it is.
Rolls right on top for the cover for 1, for 2, and oh, he still manages to kick out.
This guy reminded me of Arnold Schwarzenegger in The Terminator. No matter what you do, you can't keep him down.
Series of back elbows, and now a clothesline. Lesnar with the drop. And now Lesnar fighting his way back, has him up by the throat and slams. Dave Bautista in trouble right now. Lesnar follows him outside the ring. Look at this.
Yeah, that was a brutal move right there by Brock Lesnar. Running back neck breaker on the floor. Now look at this.
He just jerked him off the mat here ringside and power slammed him into the floor.
Batista might be out. He's not moved.
He's sizing him up. Oh, he was going to go for the F5. Batista was ready. Irish whips him to the ropes now. Back out front. Pop up and drop. Batista, what's he got here? Oh, the rings of Saturn applied.
You see the blood streaming down the face of Batista as he wrenches back on Brock Lesnar, but he will not submit.
There's a 3 count. He got him. Batista scores an impressive victory here in our main event, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I've got to tell you, I wasn't so sure that was the way it was going to work out, but it did.
He's got a steel chair. You got to be kidding me. Batista is going to take out Brock Lesnar. Hold on.
It's the big red machine, Kane. What the hell's he doing here?
He's seen enough. I've seen enough. We'll be back with more action next week. So long, everyone.